Over to you, Hans Yang. Let's watch the video together to start our evening. So this one is specially dedicated today. This workshop is specially dedicated to all the BSP 3.0 participants. And let's watch.
Hi everyone, I'm 2024 TCM Malaysia National Vice President Derek. Hereby I encourage you to join Business Supercharge Programme 3.0 hosted by TCM Malaysia so that you can brush up your pitching skill and do an eye-catching presentation to all the venture capitals company. See you in BSP 3.0.
Are you looking to bring your business to the next level? Well, look no further than the Business Supercharge Programme, or I call it BSP. It is an ultimate business event where we bring together prominent business owners for sharing sections, forums, and you will be able to have a networking opportunity with over hundreds of young entrepreneurs.
So I urge all the staff or the people who tend to bring the business to a higher level with supercharged energy, please join us at BSP 3.0. See you there.
The reason you need to join, you must join Business Supercharge Programme 3.0 is so that you can learn from real-life business owners.
I urge you to join BSP Business Supercharge Programme 3.0 on 11th of August. See you there. Business Supercharge Program is an awesome program. I remember I attended in the year and I really learned something, especially regarding business model, and I applied it in my business and it really helped me.
If you are interested in starting your own business or to build it or take it to the next level, I'll see you there.
Let's support BSP 3.0. Come together.
What are you waiting for? Support BSP 3.0. Come on!
BSP 3.0, I'm coming!
Support Business Supercharge Programme 3.0.
Support BSP 3.0. Let's go! Come!
Support Business Supercharge Programme 3.0. Let's go!
Let's support our Business Supercharge Program 3.0. See you in 11th August at Gamuda Call.
JCI is a platform where we develop enterprising leaders through entrepreneurship. That is why Business Supercharge Programme 3.0 is your best choice.
What are you waiting for? See you there!
All right, yes, this is specially open to all the business owners and also entrepreneur that you want to bring your business to the next level. BSP is specially tailor-made for you, this online pitching workshop. So ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome all of you to attend tonight this online pitching workshop. So ladies and gentlemen, let's start for today's agenda. The first thing in the line we have, go for the next one, Hans Yang. Let us start for tonight. Let us reaffirm our JCI creed, vision, and mission. Let's start with JCI creed. Ladies and gentlemen, 1, 2, 3. We believe that faith in God gives meaning and purpose to human life, that the brotherhood of man transcends the sovereignty of nations, that economic justice can be best be won by free men through free enterprise, that government should be of laws rather than of men, that great treasure lies in human personalities, and that service to humanity is the best work of life. Followed by JCI mission, to provide the leadership development opportunities that empower young leaders to create positive change. And JCI vision, to be the foremost global network of young leaders. Move on. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm your MC for today. I'm Wei Hao. So definitely today I'll help to coordinate the whole session. If you do have any question, I'm not the person that you should ask, but our panelists and as well as our trainer for tonight. So let us start. Let's see what is already in store for all of us. So this one, I think we can. Yes. So before we start for this exciting night, right? Because I watched the video, studied it, my adrenaline pump up because everyone is so looking forward for this online pitching workshop. So before we get started for tonight's session, right? Let's do some brain work, a little bit of brain work. Ladies and gentlemen, put down in the chat room, how many square do you see in this picture? Ada berapa square? Wow, Candy, very fast, Candy, put in 5. How about the others? Simple question, how many square? Okay, Jason also put in 5, Yanling also put in 5. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's the correct answer, 5, level 1. Let's move on to, Martin, Anzua got 6, okay? The answer is 5. All right, next move on to level 2. Level 2, ladies and gentlemen, how many square in these 3 times 3 grids? Dun 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 14. I don't know. 14. What, Duncan? Are you guys copy Candy answer or you guys really know it's 14 one? Are you guys sure? 14. 10 boleh kah? Okay, so I will keep this answer. Let's move on to level 3. Level 3. How many square in this 4 times 4 grids? Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, I purposely make up the sound. It's for distraction purpose. So that later, when you are in the workshop, right, you can pay full concentration to our panelists. Wow, Candy, so fast. Are you Google or ChatGPT ask this? Well, Candy, you are really super ready for tonight. How about the others? The others will just copy the answer from Candy and put down. Sun Hong, Gwen, also 30. Any answer other than 30 or not? Just like I saw that Duncan said, ask God. May I ask which contingent God that you ask? Is the Guan Yin Ma or Allah or Jesus? Different God might give you different answer, right? Asking SP Dancing God. Oh, Dancing God, Guan Yin Ma. All right, so that's all. This is just a starter. Just let you guys to have some brains, a little bit of brain work for all of us here in this room. And yeah, I'm not going to review the answer because I'm the MC. I decide whether I want to tell or I don't want to tell. All right, so let's us move on for this one, Ansia. So before we start, there's a bit of house rules for all of us to apply. So remember, ladies and gentlemen, make sure that you have put in, rename yourself to your name, your LO name, and also your business or your career, so that all of us, we can observe the same name inside the chat room. So easy for us to notify also. Secondly, make sure that you mute your microphone when you are not speaking, because we do not want to know what is your conversation with your wife, with your spouse, or with your kids, okay? To ensure the smoothness of tonight's training. And the next one, definitely respect the speaker by listening attentively. Make sure all of you have only pens, papers, or some notebook for you to take down the notes for tonight, because I believe that this online pitching workshop is very important and very crucial for the upcoming program. And the next one, if you have any question, please click the raise hand button, okay? I believe all of you know where the raise hand button is. The raise hand button. Don't do like me. I raise hand, no one can see. Okay, you put down the raise hand button, then the moderator will notify it, or you can just put your question inside the chat box. Dress appropriately. This one I have mentioned earlier. Make sure you have some clothes on you, and check your internet connection, your headset, microphone, and camera. Make sure everything's to ensure that smooth learning from your side. and stay focused. Don't multitask at this next 2 hours. All right, so this is to ensure all of us we get the greatest benefit from this online pitching workshop. Move on, ladies and gentlemen. If you can unmute, please unmute and give us the biggest warm welcome to the organizing chairperson, the National Business and Economic Affairs Commission chairperson, Eugene Teo, for the welcoming speech.
All right.
You,
thank you, MC. Good evening, everyone. Okay, first of all, thanks for joining us tonight. So many people ask us, what is BSP? So BSP is actually a program under RJCI Malaysia Business School that aim to develop and support young enterprising leaders. So we bring together exceptional market leaders, industry experts, and entrepreneurs. These experts will share the invaluable expertise and insights, providing you with a unique opportunity to gain practical knowledge and guidance that can propel startups to new heights. So I believe that everyone know pitching in business is to presenting business ideas to another party, right? So a business pitch needs to give your audience a clear understanding of your plan and goals. When you pitch effectively, you can motivate and persuade your audience to follow your idea and make it a reality. Hence, we have pitching workshop for this year's BSP. So thank you, our speakers for tonight. We have our IPAC, Cynthia, and President Nicholas, and also CEO of our Sonobi Ultrasound, Jocelyn. And also special shout out to our BSP committee team who worked so hard behind the scene. It's truly a great honor to have everyone with us. So enjoy the session and thank you.
Right, thank you so much, Eugene. Okay, so definitely all of us now, we want to know more and want to learn more. But before that, I see that David written there, support with a cup of bird's nest. Sure, David, I love to take your support. My address is at around Mont Kiara here. So later we PM the P. So thank you so much for the support, David. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the show, this is the main cause, this is the main purpose why all of us, we are here, all right? So now I would like to introduce our trainer of the day, Cynthia Cham, who is also our 2024 National Partnership Commission Chairman and served as National EVP last year in JCI Malaysia. The content of her sharing today comes from her own experience that has raised funds for multiple companies as an entrepreneur, work as an investor relation officer for 2 startups, and work for a licensed equity crowdfunding platform. So definitely Cynthia has the privilege to learn from many angel and VC investors on how they conduct their due diligence before deciding to invest in a company or a business. Ladies and gentlemen, business owners, entrepreneurs, let me pass you the floor to our trainer, Cynthia Cham.
Hello, everyone. Thank you and good evening. Thank you for being here. Finally, we made it to do this pitching workshop. First of all, I want to say a big welcome to some of you. Hello, Martin. So suddenly speechless. I don't know what to say already, right? For those who are here for the first time in my training, I welcome you to be part of this Business Supercharge Programme pitching workshop. So just like OC has said, her dream and hopes to bring BSP in JCI Malaysia this year is to make sure all experts who are familiar with their industry, they are here to share something and teach you something. I wouldn't say I'm a huge expert. I would just say that it's because in my previous job, I have been listening to many pitches. So that's why here I am sharing with you some of the things that I've observed and I learned. Hopefully, we don't make the same mistakes again. All good? Yeah, come, give me a thumbs up. And then we will kickstart. Those who have not done physical training with me, one day we must do, because online is just different. Okay, am I sharing this my PowerPoint? Are you seeing funding and fundraising landscape? Yep. Correct. Very good. How? Okay, so a little bit about me. I don't talk so much about some of my past experiences, but I think it's important for you to know where I'm coming from. Okay. First of all, I've started 5 businesses. I've closed down 4. It just only means one thing. I'm a terrible business owner, right? I've learned really a lot of lessons being a business owner and also a co-founder in a few startups. I fundraised, seed round, for 3 companies. One is my own company, one is for other people company, another one is as a co-founder. And total is about 5 million ringgit. Most of them I've done is from 3 Fs, family and friends, and angel investors. I've invested in 4 startups. Unfortunately, one closed down. This is life. It is normal. One is hanging in there, startup ma, right? Today don't know what will happen tomorrow, right? And 2, fortunately, they are moving on to Series B funding stage. So for those if you're not familiar with what Series A, Series B, we can talk about that later. So the learning outcome for tonight, I'm going to speak a little bit fast because this is good. The content is going to be quite heavy. And I hope at the end of the program, you'll be able to identify the types of funding that's available. I can tell you that not all funding is the same, okay? Not all investors are equal. Sometimes you cannot fundraise, maybe because you are looking for the wrong investors, and maybe because you are not sure where is your business stage right now, and then you just happen to talk to the wrong person, and then this person give you a lot of cold water, put lang sui, all that, right? Then you become demotivated. So it is very important that you understand the types of funding and the types of funders we have in the ecosystem. And then, of course, types of funder means different types of investors have different motivation and different mandate for investing, right? Okay, so this is very typical. People come to me, they say, hey, I have a business idea. I need money for expansion. I need money to stay in business. Where do I get money, right? Who will give me money? So before I go further, who will give you money? I would like to share with you this thing about business life cycle. Yeah. So I'm gonna put up my screen. So far, okay? All of you doing okay? All right, hang in there. Okay, so can see the screen. Okay, you're seeing what I'm seeing, right? Okay.
Yes.
So, very good. So this is called business life cycle. Yeah, business life cycle. So in business, it is like this. Let me draw you a graph. This is the time that you start your business, right? T for time. And this is the money that you make in your business, right? The reason you are in business because you want to make money. Assuming that you want to start your business, you are starting here where time is kosong, right? And haven't made money yet. This is called ideation stage. Yeah, ideation. Okay, so far so good, huh? And how business typically works is when you are at your ideation, that means you either have a ready product, almost ready product, trying to get customers, or you are still trying to produce your product, right? So you will go through this thing here. This part is called VOD, the Valley of Death. Okay, you will write it down in your notepad or your own notebook lah, huh? Valley of Death. So what Valley of Death basically means is your business is not yet making enough money to sustain you. That means anytime can tutup. That is what it means, VOD, right? So in business, right, we may go through a few life cycles of, okay, this life cycle is not fixed on, you may go through like you may get out of here and then you go back to VOD again, right? It may happen that way. So what I want to say is VOD, Valley of Death, is where it's very dangerous because it's when you are burning cash. That means your product is not ready. Okay, customers maybe don't have yet. Maybe you have, but not enough. All right. So once you reach this point over here or slightly beyond, we call this break even, or we can call this pre-revenue. Or maybe this part lah, this whole part somewhere around here lah, is called pre-revenue. Pre-revenue means you have some revenue, but you are, I won't consider you a good business yet. I won't consider you sexy yet. Yeah lah, you have some revenue, but don't know whether you can sustain or not, right? Don't know whether you will still be in business in the next 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. That's what it means. Okay. When you are at pre-revenue, your expenses is more than your revenue, and you may still cannot cover costs. Okay, still cannot cover costs. Anything that's above here and growing, we call this growth or scale. Okay, so what growth or scale really means is that I pump in a little bit of money because you already have steady customers. I can see that you have some money, you have some steady customers, right? Starting to make money, pump in a little bit more money, then you have more customers. Then you're at the growth or scaling stage. Okay, so when you are here, when you are still at the valley of death, you basically have not achieved this thing called product market fit. You are still figuring out your MVP. So what it means is, this is your minimum viable product. Minimum viable product means at least something that you can sell and get customers to pay you. Okay? Product market fit, there are 4 definitions. I will just say, and you are right. Okay? First definition, people buy from you. It's called product market fit. That means your product has a market. Make sense, Mo? Sometimes people have product but no market, right? People can create very canggih punya product but no market. If you have heard of Segway, if you don't know, you can just Google. They used to create like very canggih punya scooter but cannot sell, and then in the end they tutup, close business, right? So product market fit is when you have customers. That's number 1. Number 2, customers repeat. They repeat their orders. Which is a good thing, right? So that's why in business, you must start to track. People come to you 1 time, will they come to you the 2nd time? Third thing, they will leave a good review for you. Yeah, they will leave a good review. They don't mind leaving a good review for you. And 4th, this is where you memang hebat already lah, if you can reach level 4. Level 4 is when you have referral. People don't mind referring your product, right? They're confident to refer your product. That's when you kind of know that, hey, I've achieved product market fit, right? You may not hit level 1, 2, 3, 4. You may hit level 1, level 2 is good enough. It's product market fit. Okay. This is for you to understand. When investors want to invest in you, they want to know where is your business life cycle. If you are at valley of death, the risk to invest in you is very high risk, because you are still burning cash. I don't know when you will get out from this valley of death. If you already have MVP, at least they know that, hey, maybe you can patent your product. Maybe, maybe you can do something to get money already lah, right? The best part is when you have product market fit, right? Product market fit. Or some investors, they will not invest in any of this. They will only invest here at growth or scale stage. So far, okay? Any questions? Anything up here is called matured business. Matured business is when cash flow is very stable. Don't need to worry about customers. Customers will just keep coming in. It's called matured business. Yeah. If so far is okay, we will go back to our slides. So now you know your business life cycle, then you can ask your questions already. So where can I raise money? Money come from where? Money come from 2 sources. One is from your own and one is from OPM. So what is OPM? Yeah, you got it. Other people's money, right? So I'm going to give you this ABCD model. It's a very simple model where this money comes from. First, if money is from your own, it comes from your assets, right? It can be your savings in your bank. It can be the Bitcoins that you have or Ethereum. It can be your car. Maybe you want to sell it off. It is just something from your own, your pocket. We call this bootstrap. You want to write it down? It's called bootstrap. B-O-O-T-S-T-R-A-P. Bootstrap. You are bootstrapping. Bootstrapping means you don't get a fancy office, you work at home, right? You don't drink Starbucks anymore, you just drink your own 3-in-1 coffee. That is called bootstrapping. You're keeping expenses as low as possible. Next, yeah, bootstrap, yeah, bootstrap. That means because you're using all the resources that you have. Number C is when through creativity, maybe you want to sell something first, right? Your product, is it okay that you sell something? It is called pre-selling. By pre-selling, you are getting money up front before you deliver your product. Okay? So creativity is not limited to pre-sell. It can be in many different ways. Creatively using either your connections or your whatever resources to get your business going. It can also be that as you have a friend who's very good in marketing, you can tell your friend to sponsor you something first, right? In return, maybe you pay him or her back later, something like that. This is up to your creativity. And D, you do work lah. That means you go and get a job, you do part-time, you do something to earn money for yourself. When you are set, the best form of fundraising, I feel should first come from your own self. It's because you want to test whether can you make money without money. A good entrepreneur knows how to make money without money, right? And investors would usually want to know, before you come and meet me, how have you been surviving? How have you been doing your business? This is when it's very important that your creativity comes in. If you don't have deep pocket, you have to really use BCD punya strategy lah. Next, we go to OPM, other people's money. Other people's money come from where? First, accelerator program. Accelerator programs is a program that groom founders how to build a sustainable business and then do pitching. Maybe some programs will get grant and then some programs will get investments. Okay, accelerator programs is very specific. They have requirements. They will tell you that, okay, this program is open for certain industry, right? Or certain entrepreneur within a certain age group, something like that. So they will let you know. Later, I will show you where are some of the accelerator programs. B, from your best friends, right? Friends, families, or fairies. B, it is your triple Fs. So other people's money can also come from this group of people who just want to support you. Their intention is for you to do well. Okay? This is really love you one. Maybe you don't have anything, you're at ideation stage, they will still invest in you, right? C is capitalists. Capitalists are people who have funds. People who have funds means they have responsibility to make money from their funds. When they have responsibility to make money, they are very careful how they will deploy their funds. Yeah? Deploy means use or invest. So capitalists have certain mandates. We call this mandate. Mandate simply means that today I want to have a fund. I must tell my shareholders or investors what is this funds for. If the funds is for agri-tech or logistics tech, if this only for these two industry and you are from AI, very attractive and very sexy, but I cannot invest. Why? Because the mandate for these funds is not supposed to invest in AI. This is what it means. That is why most of you, when you meet with VCs, right, you get rejected. The chances to get rejected is very high, is because you don't understand the mandate of their funds. If you understand the mandate for their funds, then it will be easier for you. Okay, some mandates also will say that we will only invest in companies that is proven. That means at least product market fit. So long you don't have product market fit, they will not invest. They are also very specific, right? So this is what it means. And number D is called grants. Yeah, do good, help people. This is really is from government, from agencies, or from people who have extra money to help you. Grants. Grants is something they give you. You don't need to pay back. But maybe you need to write a report. Your report must, maybe they prefer that your report will write how you spend the money, right? Some grants they give you, you spend, no problem, right? Up to you how you want to spend. Some grants, they ask you spend first, then you can claim. So, ladies and gentlemen, when you and me want to do business, we still need a bit of money to start, no matter what. So far, okay? Any question? Okay, if no question, then we move on to what types of monies are there available, right? And how can I raise money? Number one is grant, as I mentioned earlier. There are pros and cons for grants. Just like every free money, I would say. Grants has criteria. They have requirement, right? And you still need to submit business documents in order to get grants. Yes, it may not be so easy as, oh, okay, I just fill in a form, a few words, and then I get my grant. It may not be like that. It may also be you need to submit business plans, all those things in order to get grants, right? So what type of companies can get grants? Enterprise, no problem. Sometimes, I think most of the time, enterprise, no problem. Private limited companies, limited liability companies, Sendirian Berhad, no problem, right? Grants are usually from government agencies. You imagine, it can be MARA, it can be Matrade, it can be MDEC, that kind of thing. Yeah. What are the which business life cycle? Okay, which business life cycle can start as early as ideation, or even you're at the valley of death. What it means is that you have a product, maybe the product needs some refining, you may not have customers, you can, okay? Then next, equity, okay? So equity means investors will get a share in your company. What are the pros and cons of equity? Pros will be, you don't need to pay back, different from grant. But you need to update your investors. How is the business going? You still need to update. You still need to do AGM, right? It's just like JCI lah. Every year we have to do AGM. What is the con? Con will be you are sharing your company with other people. So when it comes to equity investors, be careful who you are investing, who you are inviting to be your shareholder, because it is not easy to get a divorce. That means today I don't want you lah. You get out, I don't want you to be my shareholder anymore. Cannot. There's no such thing, right? Also, there's no such thing that the company must buy back your shares. No such thing. Today, I invest in your company. Our relationship is shareholder. My share certificate is the proof, is the proof of ownership. So when I want to get out, I have to find another investor or buyer. Either I find, or you, the director or founder, will find for me to buy me out. Or you really don't like me, you buy. So that's what it means, okay? When it comes to equity investment, your company value will change. That means today, let's say your paid up capital is 100,000 ringgit, and you happen to raise funds from Cynthia. I invest 10%. I invest 10% for, let's say I invest 10% for 200,000. What is the value of the company today? Yeah, just put it in the chat. Today, I invest 10%. I put in 200,000. What is the value of your company today? 2 million. 2 million. Okay? 10%, 200K. 100%? Yeah. Okay, you got it? Right? So, this is how you count equity. In grant, today I give you 200,000, you remain 100,000 worth of company. That's all. Usually grant, they will also see your paid up capital maybe has to be there's certain requirement like cannot be exceeding this amount, maybe your revenue cannot exceed certain amount, that kind of thing, right? So I want to address this question. Equity worth nothing until the startup goes IPO. Okay, here's the thing. Equity, okay, the value of your equity when you are still a private company is we operate on a willing buyer, willing seller mindset. That means today I'm willing to buy at this price. You willing to sell or not? If you're willing to sell, then we have then the company has that price lah. That's just what it means. But is it true value? Very subjective. Because when we are private companies, it's a bit, how we measure the value of the company is a bit subjective, right? It's subjective because our risk appetite is different. Okay, the risk appetite is different. Maybe we are looking at different things. So for some investors, they want to go in now, get out tomorrow. And there are some investors, they want to go in now, forever don't want to get out because they invest in the long term, right? So it's very subjective. So far, okay? Okay. When investors invest multiple rounds, we will give a name to that round. So for example, now you're at ideation stage, you want to raise funds. It's called seed round. Yeah, SEED, seed round. And then later you want to invest, you want to raise another round of money from family and friends or real proper angel investors. We call it angel investor round. And then later you want to move on and you want to raise more money. You want to raise from either equity crowdfunding or venture capitalists. You can call this a Series A round or pre-Series A round. Every name for the round has a meaning. Seed round means your ideation stage. I expect I give you money, you can produce an MVP. I expect, right? Angel investors round, I expect that when I give you this amount of money, you can reach product market fit. Pre-Series A round is the same. I expect your product market fit is better, right? Your product version is better, and you have a larger customer base, Series A. Series B means larger customer base, maybe different segment, maybe in different location or geography. So there's always a certain expectation when the rounds get higher and higher. So far, okay? Yeah, so that's why we call it Series B, Series C, Series D. Why do we put a name to the round is because investors who we are giving seniority for the investors. It's like you are calling them IPP, that kind of giving seniority, right? The earlier the investors, the more senior they are. Okay, the earlier the investors, the more senior. So what it means is, today, if I am at Series B round, my seed round investors already make money, confirm. Okay, my angel investors probably also already make back their money. So this is what it means. Okay, so far. So equity investors have two types. One is ordinary shares, one is preference shares. If you don't understand, never mind, later you can Google. Whatever Google can teach you, I will not teach you, but I just tell you, so you know where to Google, right? Equity investors are ordinary shareholders, ordinary shares. We have voting rights, right? They are like your typical members in JCI. They can make noise during AGM. They can vote for you whether you're the director or not. That one is OS, ordinary shareholder. Okay? Preference shareholder is a bit different. Preference shareholders, they cannot vote, but they are protected. In case anything happened to the company, they will be paid first. Very important. A lot of people ask me, wow, today I invest. Say, if the company don't do well, how? Depending what type of shareholder you are. If you're ordinary shareholder, you will grow together, die together. That is the meaning of OS. Okay? Today, company no money, company will look for you. Dear ordinary shareholders, I'm raising funds, another 100,000. We would like to invite you to participate. You participate or not, it's up to you. No problem, no pressure. All right? Preference shareholders, no, they will not participate. Whatever I already invested, full stop. If you don't do well, all the money in the bank account, all the assets that you have, I want to claim first. I want to take it back first to cover my capital. So preference shareholders are protected in that sense. They are covered, right? Preference shareholders receive this thing called yield. Yield means interest. Every month or every year, up to you how you put your investment term. Okay, so usually the interest is more than fixed deposit. If it's not more than fixed deposit, why would they put their money with you? Correct or not? So preference shareholders is in what circumstance will you get or offer preference shares? In what circumstance? Here is something for you to take note. When you have nothing, you're a tech company, you will burn cash, you have nothing, your cash flow is not certain, don't give preference shares. Very dangerous. Because preference shares, you must give them back their capital. On top, you must give interest. Hello, your business not certain can make money or not. Don't make this promise. Okay? Give ordinary share. If your business, you don't know can survive or not, this is worth a bet. Give ordinary shares. If your business is the type that can get cash flow, you can promise preference shares. What is the type of business that can give cash flow? Example? Restaurant. Today, you set up a restaurant, right? Tomorrow launch, buka pintu, expect people to come. The moment you have customers, immediately you have cash. That restaurant business immediately can have cash flow on their launching day. But tech company is a bit different. If today you are raising funds to build your tech, depending what stage, ideation, again, ideation stage, you're raising to build your tech. You're still building, how to get cash flow? Don't give preference shares. If today you take my money because you want to pump into marketing, with marketing you will get customers, okay, you can promise preference share. So far, okay? VCs will only invest in companies that offer preference shares. What does this mean? It means your company better be at product market fit. If you're not at product market fit, you'll be dead. All right? So you must know when to look for VCs. Okay, third, debt. Let's talk about that. Debt investors. Debt investors, number one, the good thing is you are not sharing your company with them. Okay, the not so good thing is they need collateral before they give you the money. All right. You need to pay interest. Of course, I think equity also in some way, you need to pay interest, preference shares and all that. So that company, you need to understand where is this debt coming from? Is it from bank? Is it from preference shares kind of thing? Yeah, like a convertible share. We call it convertible notes. Or is it from Along? Okay. The thing with debt, you want to get debt financing, you need to understand your cash flow very well. Okay. What is the worst come to worst when you're in debt? Worst come to worst. You declare bankruptcy, you tutup. Yeah, that's worst come to worst lah. Okay. Then the person cannot go after you anymore. So which business life cycle do we get debt investors? All business life cycle you can get debt investors, right? Even at a very early seed stage, ideation stage, if you want lah. But I don't recommend, because when you have nothing, don't promise to give back, right? Don't promise to give back. If not, you'll be super stressed out. Usually that is good for the type of investments. For example, I want to buy equipment. If I buy equipment, when I have my equipment, product sure come out, sure have sales. Okay, this kind of situation, that is better than equity. You can see the difference. Equity is more like I have nothing. I want a strategic alliance. I want some resource. That's where you get equity lah. Okay. Another part is sometimes people will say, I have a lot of borrowings. The bank will no longer want to loan to me. I need more capital. Okay. In this case, you can get equity, but not VC, not from capitalists, right? Okay, subjective. Maybe can get from capitalists. Let me share with you my thought. The reason you raise funds to cover your debt is a big question mark. Because you put yourself in the shoe of an investor. Today, somebody asks you to invest in his company. You give him money. He used the money to pay his debt. No more money to grow the business. Is this a good investment? No. Okay, so this is what I mean. Yeah, this is what I mean. So there must be a reason why you raise funds. There must be a reason. Okay. No matter you are grant, whether you're equity or debt, you will still need to provide business documents. So please keep all your business documents organized, right? I would not say don't simply chuck your business documents. Everything that you have, you need to start storing them properly, right? Your SSM statutory documents, every year when you need to do annual return, you need to file it properly, right? Audited financial statements, file it properly. Management accounts always have an updated management accounts. If your accounting is not using software, please take note, because when you have a software, if your software can tell you your cash flow and your runway means how long more you can last and sustain your business, it will be better for you. You at least know when to plan you need funding. Please, you cannot get funding the moment you want it. Life is unfair one. Let me tell you now, life is unfair. When you need money, money will not come to you. When you don't need money, money like to come to you. You have CBA, a lot of money, but somehow the banks will look for you, investor will also look for you, but you also don't need money. Okay, so life is unfair. So what to do, right? Best you have a dashboard that you know, say when I need money, then you can plan. Okay, next part is accelerator programs. If you're really very new, you try everything to get funding. Accelerator programs, there are a lot of them outside. Universities are running it. Sometimes government agencies, state agencies, banks, they are running accelerator programs. Okay. Which business life cycle qualifies? Usually before, I think all life cycle qualifies. You just need to take note. So this is a summary which I'm going to give you. Some of the accelerator programs are like Sunway iLabs, right? Watchtower and Friends, Accelerator 1337. No More Magic. Now we have Meranti. Selangor Accelerator, Nexia Accelerator. If you're from Sarawak, Tegas Digital Village, very, very active over there. Digital Penang, Petronas Accelerator, Petronas Seed Lab Accelerator, SolarVest Innovation Lab, Allianz Bank, Maybank. So you just need to keep a lookout for this, okay? Grants, you can see from here, we have Cradle, we have Teraju, we have MTDC, Riven Martrade, MDEC, all this that has grant. Grants can also come from a ministry that supports your industry. Yeah, it can be hotel, tourism, all this. You can try. Yeah, no promise, but you can try. Financial institutions. Okay, when you look for bank loan, please don't go Maybank, CIMB, OCBC. You are not big enough to go there. They got no time to layan you. Okay, look out for SME bank. Okay, bank apa ni, Exim Bank. This never hear before, right? If you're in agriculture related, agro bank. Yeah, so these kind of things. So look for this kind of financial institutions to help you. Go to those that maybe Park Wu Ying one, nobody go on, then they'll be very happy to welcome you. Okay. All right. Next is angel investors. Angel investors, there are two types. One is professional angel investors. One is maybe part-time hobby angel investor. Part-time hobby means they have extra cash, don't know what to do, right? Give you 100,000, they will not be poor, neither will they be rich. They give you. Those are the angel investors. Some angel investors, very professional, they have a portfolio. They kind of know which are the type of industries they like to invest. Maybe they're very familiar with the industry. They can see the potential of this industry growing, and then they invest in you. All right. Equity crowdfunding, so many platforms outside there. You can go and find out yourself. Usually ECF platforms, they don't have any restrictions in terms of you must be your business must be certain age, certain size. Really don't have lah. We just need to make sure that your business is legit. Yeah, your business is running. So you also have to make sure that when you go to a platform, you will be subjected to this thing called due diligence. That means background check, right? They want to check everything. So make sure you have everything for them to check. They will check director's background, company background, finance and all, They just want to make sure that you are legit. That's all. Okay. The type of investors on this kind of platforms, they're usually retail investors. Maybe some are angel investors, but a lot of VCs are actually watching. They are watching which type of campaign is doing well. So they usually go to these platforms to see whether got market demand or not. When you're on these platforms, you need marketing expenses, right? Because you need to spend to advertise a bit. Okay, fun fact, Sendirian Berhad companies cannot do public roadshows. That means ask money from public, right? It's against the law. It's against the Companies Act. But if you are listed on a platform, you can use the platform's license to advertise. That means Cynthia Chiam Sendirian Berhad is now live on pitching platform seeking investments. So I need to put the pitching logo there. Okay, then I can put on billboard. I can put on social media, Facebook ads and newspapers. No problem. If I don't have any of this equity crowdfunding logo, it's against the rules. Okay, just for your information. Debt financing is like P2P, right? Fundastic, funding societies, these are P2P financing. They also have their requirement. Just now I did explain in which situation you go for debt, in which situation you go for equity. Okay, private equity will only usually fund growth stage companies. That means when your company is already like revenue, no problem lah. Every month, sure, you have revenue, right? You have a solid customer base. And then the thing is, you just need more capital to grow, or you want to get out of Malaysia. Then maybe private equity will be able to help you. Okay. Venture capital usually they are looking for companies that have potential to grow. Potential to grow means your valuation is able to increase higher so that they can exit, right? So keep this for another day if you want to know more about VCs. But again, just now I've mentioned, you will only go to VCs when you at least have product market fit. Okay. Any questions so far before we start our panel? Learn something? Okay, thumbs up, you learned something, thumbs up. Yay. Okay, thank you very much for paying attention. Next is I will invite our panel speakers to share, all right, their experience. Okay, the reason why I want this panel session is so that instead of I teach you all the theory, very boring when you PowerPoint slides about fundraising, why don't we learn from real people who has fundraised before, all right? And then they tell us from their experience, how is it like fundraising? Is it fun? Is it not fun? Right? What to expect? And I have two speakers with me tonight from different backgrounds. So let's see if they're already in the room. Okay, is Nicholas in the room?
Yep.
Okay, hello, Nicholas. Okay. And is Jaslyn also in the room?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, hello, Jaslyn. Thank you for joining
Hi,
us
hi,
tonight.
Hi.
Okay, I
Sorry,
will
I
introduce
don't manage
myself.
to change my background actually.
Oh, it's okay, no problem. All good, all good, all good. Yeah. Okay, guys, I want to introduce to you both our panel speaker. Her name is okay, you see her name is Jaslyn, and Jaslyn is from Sonobi Ultrasound. Later, I will get her to tell you a bit more about her business, right? The reason I thought of Jaslyn is because she's in the retail business, all right? Retail business means they have a certain capex or fixed costs that they need in order to operate, all right? And she is not from ideation stage. She reached a certain levels. She has certain outlets, right? And then she has been pitching. I was also in one of the pitch as her judge last year, 1 year ago, 1 year plus ago. Very happy to see Jen.
Yeah, nice to see you again.
Congratulations for securing funding from Atom, because
Thank you.
Atom is also very careful when they invest. I know it's not easy to get their money. Yeah. The next person I want to introduce to you is Nicholas. Nicholas, ex-director of Parkit and CFO of Parkit. Reason why I want to introduce Nicholas is because he's from a tech background, and then tech companies are a little bit different. They're different breed, right? They will be spending a lot more money on tech, and then after that another team, business development team, need to go on the ground to knock on doors and get sales, right? So later I will get Nicholas to share with you about his experience and what's Parkit. So are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Awesome. Okay, so let's start with Nicholas first lah. Okay, Nicholas.
Okay.
Introduce yourself, right? What you do, what did you do before being a founder, and what's Parkit about?
Okay, hi everyone. Before being a founder, I was actually a tax consultant in PwC. I think everyone knows the standard route lah. You become accountant, you go Big Four, do audit or tax or consulting, get your chartered accountant maybe, then decide what's next lah. So that was kind of like my path before Parkit. So Parkit is essentially an a platform for parking spaces around town. So what it essentially does is just a place for you to search, book, and pay for parking spaces all online. Think of it as your Airbnb just purely for parking spaces. You know lah, sometimes it's very hard to find parking right around town. So this is something that was created, and now we are at actually our Series A. So in hopes of going further, before I left, we expanded into Hong Kong as well. So that side is fantastic in terms of growth, in terms of prospect. But I will tell you that there are many difficulties, which later on I will share.
Okay, Ken. Thank you, Nicholas. So Nicholas left a good paying job to become a founder. So what about you, Jaslyn?
Yeah, personally, I'm actually a sonographer. Yeah, for 13 years already, like more than 13 years. So I decided to open up my own company since 2016. Right then, 3 years ago, 3+ years ago, I actually founded this Sonobi Ultrasound. This is actually my second brand of my ultrasound company. Then last year, so already been expand another 2 more company. Then we part under Sonobi will be part under subsidiary already, under Sono Holding. So another 2 company will be this BB and the Dakas lah. So would like to describe first what is Sonobi Ultrasound. I think many people not aware, still young everybody, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So maybe don't know what is that, ultrasound. Okay, ultrasound mainly actually doing this screening, ultrasound baby scanning. But not only limited for baby, we also do for health screening as well. But our main customer is from the pregnancy. So because of pregnancy, okay, it's done by our sonographers. Sonographer also somebody will be confused about sonographers. It's like a photographer, but it's a profession. But done by this sonographer only mainly do the ultrasound. So the sono means in Latin is ultrasound. Yeah, so it's very done by the still sonographers lah. So because in the market there is very lack of this sonographer, so we decided to actually do our in-house academy in Sonobi. So last year we able to get our accreditation from our JPK. So we built up another company, which is the Dakas Education Center class before Dakas College. Then because of the pregnancy data and our VC actually look at this currently it's all talk about the data statistics, right? So we have a lot of these pregnant lady all across Malaysia. So currently we have around 60+ branches, outlets. So we are developed our own BB apps. In the same time, we have the offline store, which is the BB selling baby food, automation retail store. This is what recently what have done in this 1 to 2 years.
Wow, amazing. You've expanded your products into so many different type of segments.
So not limited to Sonobi, but today I would like to actually talk about Sonobi first. Yeah.
Okay, sure. Yep. So let's focusing on that. Also, since we are touching on that with Jaslyn, did you start how did you start the first capital, the first funding, right, to grow your first outlet?
Okay.
Did you use your own money? Did you get from family and friends, right?
Yeah, actually it's all money lah. Because last time I'm doing the freelance, okay. Then doing the same sound very smooth. Is it only I hear Jaslyn sound very smooth? What do you mean? Cannot hear me, is it?
Oh, yeah, now it's better.
Okay. All right. So of course it's by saving. Secondly, I'm doing something is proven. Proven means proven sales. Okay. Then I only open up the company and expand it. Means and scaled it lah. So of course it's a normal transactions first without any risk. For example, my Sonobi, I joint venture with others. So joint venture with clinic. So I didn't open yet. Yeah. So the machine will be by doctor. Then I'm only doing the
marketing, digital marketing and platform, and bring up the skill and train up the people. So the business model actually not high, okay? Then slowly, once the model is actually getting better and better, then only decided to open my first HQ at Puchong after 6 months. Yeah, this is how I slowly open up like that lah. So I'm using two business model. One is joint venture business model, another is direct our own outlet. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so you all please take note. There are more than one ways to raise money, right? So not just every time must get from investors. So this is a good start because we want to test the market using our own money. We want to be safe first, right?
Yeah.
What about you,
The
Nicholas?
business must be very sustainable first.
sorry.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nicholas?
Correct. Yeah.
So
What about you,
from
Nicholas? Yeah.
market side, it's also quite similar. What we did was essentially just using our own money as cash flow. You think of it lah, the start of the company is just putting our phone numbers, writing our names, and then putting it into mailboxes nearby our office where the apartments are always rented out to expats, but they have no cars. So the car park is always empty. So when it's kind of like you're playing the middleman, right? I get for 200, then I sell for 300. But at that price, people still get it because one, it's next to their office. Second, is guarded. Third, it's covered. Fourth, for ladies, I wear high heels. I don't need to walk so far. So with that, we ran it for about up to 50 car park spaces a month already. At that point, the main founder thought that, okay, I think it's time to make a business out of this and perhaps could be the exit from your typical corporate ladder journey, right? So we went for the accelerator program and we got in. Then we got our first 50,000 from there. And the rest is over time is after you get 50,000, then you go back to pitch in. We did equity funding as well. Then after equity crowdfunding, it became more serious. We went to angels investment, and now slowly moving up the ladder with higher and higher ticket sizes.
Got it. Okay, now I just want to let all the audience know that when you have a question, you can type it in the group, right? We'll get your question from there to ask these panel speakers. Okay, feel free to ask so that we can learn from each other. Okay,
Yeah, feel free to
so
ask.
nice. So okay, both we are very lucky to have both founders, right, who really start from the ground. And because they start from the ground, they kind of like in that valley of death to make sure that it can work or cannot work. So the good thing for Jaslyn is that it is a proven business model with a very low startup capital that she can make sure that she has enough money to grow and have another outlet. So this question also goes to both of you. Generally, right, people thought that, okay lah, fundraising, I just need to prepare this thing called PowerPoint, and then I show to some potential investors, and then I fundraise. I know it's more than that. So from your fundraising experience, what do you think that first-time founders need to prepare way before they fundraise or meet with investors?
I started. Okay. So I think from my experience, it's always going to be whether your business model or even your product has that market fit. First things first. One thing for sure is people want to see that you're actually doing something, or even though it is bootstrapped. For example, Park It Now has an app, but previously back then, when in our early years, it was just 2 Google Sheets, one for whether you want a car park space, or 2 whether you can rent out a car park space to us. So it's kind of like trying to match both parties with just 2 Google Sheets. So those are the kind of ways that we get investment. You can say that, oh, this is not tech. No, not necessarily. But we found our market fit from that. We found our MVP, then from one customer all the way to 50 customers, and then now close to about 2,000 and above active users per month. Generally, I would say that is the most foundational level. Second, I think from an investor standpoint is they would like the founders to know their numbers. Yeah, right. So knowing your numbers means you know your revenue, how you are getting it, you know your cost, how are you going to pay it out on your fingertips. I understand and I know that some of you might not be accounting people or finance people. I appreciate that. It's just that you need to know as the founder the direction of the company, the growth factor. So that is something I've learned so far. I think the final point I can share is definitely stakeholder management, in a sense where when you have investors, you need to manage them because sometimes they might be very hoo-ha of every little things. So hopefully when you select investors or you take money from them, you are able to manage their expectations so that it is easier on you down the road, rather than you don't tell them upfront what you're going to do with the money and then you go and do some funny thing, then habis lah later on. So yeah, that's my sharing. Jaslyn, you can go ahead.
Okay, for me, firstly, of course.
Justin, you need to speak into the mic again.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Much better.
Okay.
Sorry, yeah. Okay. Firstly, I think it's the proven business model is the main one.
Sorry, we lost you again, Justin. We lost you
Can you
again.
hear
Hold on. Hey, what happened? Is it the mic
Can you hear me?
too soft? Too soft, or just now was
Soft,
okay.
Just
Yeah.
now it's okay. Is it okay right now? Is it okay right now? Is it
Can.
okay?
Okay.
Okay, yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I just talk louder lah. Oh, okay.
Okay.
I need to shout louder. It's not. Okay.
Thank you.
So for me, it's the, of course, it's the executions lah. Okay, not only idea. Okay, business strategy, business model, proven business model. Okay, because idea, everybody can have idea. Okay, to execute is a difference. So to how the founder need to manage, okay, is also how they actually solve all kind of problem and obstacle. Yeah, so this is the main thing to do this. Okay, so that to actually, once you actually have all these proven business model already, then you would like to actually, and that is a profit side, means you can actually get profits from there. Okay, so you would like to actually expand faster, then only you will actually pitch to the investor to get the expansion fund to expand your future plan even faster. So the fund, I need to make all of you understand one more thing is the fund is actually not cover the operational costing right now. I mean the current one okay, is for your future expansion. So let's say the fund you are actually managed already. This is to cover inside it's like every time got negative one. So it is growing down. So it's not for future expansion. So it will be a very difficult to let the investor to see. Secondly, you must actually know what investor want to also confused between the company profile and the pitch deck. So we don't know what the and a lot of things inside. So we don't know what we actually would like to present to our investor, because what we don't know what investor want. Okay, so from there we slowly through the pitching competitions. Okay, so we will then okay, we want to know the get problem. Okay, this is actually a demand. Okay, we want to find the solution to fit the demand, means that there is market need. Over there, you only know how much the market size. By using the fund, you can access your plans to be faster. Yeah. Oh, the sound quality, is it very not good, is it? Sorry.
Yeah, it's like it's breaking, come back again and break
Okay.
again.
Oh,
So
okay. Like that,
what-
I use my I think I use my phone will be better lah.
Oh, okay.
Nicholas, maybe we start with Nicholas again. I change to phone.
Can. Yeah, just now I think we get what you were trying to say, that first is the team, right? Is the team so that can expand together. The second one is the difference between pitch deck and company profile.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Yeah. Okay, I'm meeting you for your phone, I think.
Okay, I'm coming in.
Okay.
Recording in progress.
Okay.
Can you see? Is it okay? Is it okay? Is it okay? Much better.
Yeah, should be okay. Should be
Okay.
okay. I think yeah, I think yes. Would you like to continue the last few sentences just now?
Oh, okay. So what did I say? Company profile.
Pause you at the company profile and pitch deck when you're mentioning that.
Okay, after that will be the we must know the business, okay, the problem, okay, because we don't know, because we don't know what is the investor what they need, what they want to actually see. Okay, so we will actually confuse lah. So from throughout the pitching competitions or pitching workshops, so we will know, we are not actually pitch our company profile. We would like to know the real market problems, okay, the real market solutions. Okay, then we would like to actually solve the solution in the market, that is the market demands. Okay, then only we want to know the entire market size. Okay, so that we want to count, okay, count the market's size and the scaling up. So by using the fund to accelerate your entire program, accelerate the entire project that you want to do. So this is what we actually want to fit into our pitch deck lah. So to understand this one first, then only we know what should put in, not simply put the info inside. Yeah, and of course the entire financial count lah. So even though like me, I'm not a count people. And I'm not a figure people also, all right? So yeah, I don't have any background. I'm the medical person. So what we do is actually we wanted to know. Of course, I learned through the progress lah. Okay, so I learned the money in and out, everything financial. Maybe if really we could not know to count the valuation or company valuation, we will need to engage a professional person to do the entire the financial valuation, business valuation, and the 5-year business plan. So there's actually a company outside there is doing the 5-year projection rather than you do yourself. That is not so accurate because during the entire consultant, they will actually ask you, how many outlet you need to actually open, okay, in this year, second year, third year, 5 year, then only you can calculate the entire future projection in 5-year time. So this is what I do lah for the non-accounting background. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing. Your sharing is very valuable. It's really a typical, like a first timer, right? Never do fund.
Never. This is my first investment. First time to get investor actually. Before that time my investor asked me, do you need money? I use bank loan only. Currently I don't need. Then after that, he asked me to actually think about it. Okay, maybe the money is not for whatever, but maybe there is any other angle to help your company to accelerate in another stage. So yeah, that's why I found out many possibility after that. Yeah.
All right. Okay, seems like we have one question for Nicholas. Would you like to take it, Nicholas, from the chat?
Alamak, I mute myself. Hi, sir. Okay, if it's a tech startup at early stage trying to raise fund, is it advisable and important to have a tech person in the team as CTO, or engaging outsourced team to handle the tech part will just be fine? Both, based on my experience, both works. Honestly speaking, it comes down to, at least at the early stage, who are the main founders or the co-founders at that point in time. Because again, what my investors tell me it is going to be a founder bet more than a business model bet. If the business model is good enough, then can the founders actually execute it to the certain extent? Having a CTO as a co-founder is great, but then again, can you match the salary that is being paid outside, where they can earn 5-figure salary with just less than 5 years like working experience? So it comes down to a play between numbers. Or if you manage to raise funds from US, you pay in Malaysian ringgit, fantastic. Great. Every founder's dream, I tell you. But overall, main thing is it's fine. You just need to be honest to the investors, but it comes down to who are your main founders. Can you actually drive that team to execute the quote-unquote tech side of things?
Yeah, hope it answers you, Jasper. Yeah, okay. So just now when we were sharing the preparation part, what you need to do and all that, what would you say are the typical questions that investors they want to ask, they want to know? Yeah, one of them is of course your okay, aside other than your problem statement, what are you solving, right? And your market size, what else is it that you never expect one, but it's like they just want to know? What would that be?
They just want to know. Okay.
What are some of the
course,
questions investors that you never expect that they will ask, but it's like they are so interested to know?
of course, I don't have any business background. So when they are talking about this investment business term, what upselling lah, downselling, I also learn through the progress.
Yes, correct.
When they actually give me all these question during my pitching competition, I learn something every time. Okay, right? Upselling, downselling, something like that. I say. Then after that, I will say throughout the experience, because during the 1 year pitching competition, actually I joined a lot. I joined a lot during the 1 year. I think I joined 5 to 6, more than 6 competition, more than that. I'm on stage almost every month. So my business model actually changed throughout the year. Yeah, throughout the year. Yeah. So because when somebody like the investor or judges, they actually throw you the question, okay, there's your profits, okay, your skill, how did you scale, how do you actually consider your markets, everything. So from there it will actually trigger you to think, okay, is it this way to go? Okay, is it now what is the investor want? Is it tech, ESG components or whatever? So come all more and more elements actually throughout the entire so there's many questions else lah that actually fit me during the the year. I also actually forget, so I just remember a few only. So then over there can say like for example, for me, I also don't have any IT background. Okay, then I know they actually look for the tech components over there. So then from there I actually expand another one, which is the BBFs. Yeah, currently also managed to get a CTO with an outsourced team also. So this is done lah by using the fund. Yeah, this is what I done for this PC lah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
What about you, Nicholas?
I think the main one that always gets asked to us is how scalable we are. Essentially, how fast can we replicate the same business model in another location or in another country? That is usually the case for us in terms of tech. Because, for example, if let's say you're based in Singapore, and then the first thing is you need to build a product that's not catered to Singaporean market. It's too small. they'll tell you, please export. Please go and grab US or ASEAN in general, not Singapore. Very funny one. So that is a huge questions that I always get thrown out in terms of for the business itself. But you won't be surprised if, let's say, you are in early stages, they'll ask you more personal questions. Things like, for example, your hobby, what you do. Are you a mom? Are you got a girlfriend or not? You went on which holiday? How you treat your parents lah? Whether you got brothers, sisters. Alfred, why? Very simple. They need to know who they are betting on. Because it's not the company anymore. It's the person who will execute the company, right? So why they say that is because sometimes values, at least in the Asian context, values are very important and principles. So as they go through, they will see like, oh, okay, it feels like a personal interview for a job rather than investment because they want to know you as a person and whether to see whether you can actually go through the difficult times. Because not like a lot of times, like when I joined the company, right, I had to go and because the story is I haven't joined Parkit full time yet. The investors have to grill me first. Goreng saya, check. Oh, boleh tak boy ni? So because I came from a big four accounting firm, right? So they know, oh, okay, this boy can definitely work AAD, no problem one. So let me ask him about the long-term game. What's the vision like? What type of person you are, how you're going to motivate your team. Because in the end, right, as you grow your company, it's not only about yourself anymore. You are just like Chaplang person one day, you have to admit the fact that you cannot control already the company. It's too big to be controlled. So you need to delegate downwards. Make sure your managers are okay. They can go and help you execute the work. So that's why they needed to ask you all these personal questions. Because at that stage, they don't really believe in the company in terms of the business model yet, but they believe in you executing that business model.
Yep. Okay, got it. So in that case, right, like you guys have met so many different types of investors or different people when you pitch your idea to what is that how is your experience meeting with them? You know, did you face any challenging moments? Was it a pleasant experience? How are investors like?
Actually, everybody is like need attraction lah. They need to your business model need traction. Even though a person growth, okay, what did she done or he done, the founder done for the entire year after she made they usually very, I don't know lah, for me I think lah they're very rare they actually put in the money very fast and easily. They need to track the person also, the history, everything, and how she does, how they actually execute it. So they will throw a few tasks for you to see how you solve this problem during my entire 1 year due diligence. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, 1 year, very long actually. So they added you. I mean, okay, don't say. Check your background, okay? Check
What
your
happens is
background.
it's normal, right? Investors will always do due deal on our personal background, company
Personal
background.
background, company background, okay? Then see the entire 1 year. Then what they actually give you the task, did you actually do it immediately? How do you actually execute it? Okay, or how long? They will actually ask you your few months what you will need to done, or after 6 months, yeah, your coming soon task actually. So they would like to actually track it. Oh, is it you did what you say 3 months before or 6 months before? Yeah. So this is very important to let them see you are actually very serious with your business and you did what you say. You say. Okay, so this is very important lah. Yeah, I found it lah. Okay. Then secondly, problems during the entire 1 year. Okay.
For example, they found it. This company have certain. I can share. Okay, I can share one of my experience. I actually because I don't have IT background, so I actually joint venture with one of the IT outsource team. So I don't know about this entire joint venture. So they found out the joint venture, the outsource, the source code is not belongs to my company. Yeah. So then they ask you what you need to do. The source code is not belongs to you. What you should do. Okay. So they actually will guide, also will give hints. Okay. But they want to see you how I solve this problem. Okay. So of course I already spent the money already, okay, right, to build the BB apps already for my first one. Then I say, okay, never mind. Long-term goal, okay, source code, I unable to get it already, or I have to pay very high value. If not, I just actually need to do the decision immediately. I cut off. Then I engage another one and replan everything again. Yeah. So they want to see what action that you did during that time, how you actually solve this problem, and how you actually encounter that problem. Is it immediately? So there's a few lah during my due diligence year. They found out a few problems, so ask me to solve it. See, let's say you cannot solve it, you are actually cannot pass through the barrier, something like that. Yeah. So this is my experience that actually can share to you all lah. This is not yet they're not yet actually invest you, but actually like monitoring you the entire progress, see you, track you, then they will feel comfort with the founder and how your executions, actions or whatever. Then only they invested after 1 year.
Okay. Okay, we continue this conversation. Next one.
Okay.
Nicholas, what about you? The experience with your investors.
Okay, they can be quite pushy because again, we are using their money to grow, right? But one thing for sure is if you get good investors, they'll typically mentor you for the next steps. And they are more than happy for you to bounce off ideas with them, because that's part of entrepreneurship, right? You got a lot of ideas, you want to execute them, but sometimes you're like, oh, am I seeing things wrong, or am I blindsided? Because you are so excited with your idea, it's very difficult for you to see things in a different angle. So they give you perspective. That's definitely very helpful for any young entrepreneur. I think when what Jaslyn say about the long interview, it happens everywhere. All investors love to long interview you because it's like the dating phase. Once they trade money means you marry you already, so cannot run away. So they definitely want to get their return on investments. And I would say that them being there also helps to remind yourself that you are not using your own money to grow the company. It is other people's money, and they have expectations as well. So with that being said, I feel that even though they don't say they pressure you, or at least my investors don't say they pressure me, you can feel like, oh, okay, big brother is behind me. When got do work more, got do work more. Then like that lor. So over time, although it feels annoying, it is helpful. It is
Very
good.
helpful.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. I mean, like for first timers, when investors, I mean, due diligence, they already take such a long time. They're already monitoring, they're watching us, right? Before they give us the term sheet or investment agreement, would they explain what it is about? You know, do you need a lawyer to explain to you? Or and are the terms friendly? Is it fair for you as well as the entrepreneur?
Okay. Before I go to that, right? Also another thing about investors interviewing you for a long time, right? Other than purely investment, right? They are also opening up their personal networks to you. So you have to remember, when they open their personal network to you, it also means you need to jaga their muka lah. You
Yes.
do something wrong, their face kena, then you die also. They then bad lah. So that's why I need to perform when you say you're going to perform. Back to the term sheet, definitely I would say the investors themselves will explain to you based on what they understand. But at least for me, I have the habit of taking it, go asking the lawyer. Because it's not to say I don't trust the investor, it is just that it is always best practice to have someone who is not in this circle to have an independent look and tell you, oh, is this terms fair for you? So that you can negotiate with the investors themselves. Not to say that their term sheet is wrong or bad. Perhaps it is just more skewed towards their end, like 60 towards the investor, 40 to you. So again, it comes down to a negotiation play between how much control you want over the company. Like for example, Anthony Lok owns 2% of Grab, but then he controls the whole of Grab. You still want that, right? So that is the way that you want to play this quote unquote game lah. But again, it comes down to negotiation power. I would say start early. Know from your company secretary what are your share structure procedures. You can run it through them, or find someone who has this experience and ask them to guide you through the process. Because that is definitely very helpful as you grow, and as you give out more shares, the more investment you get. So I'll pass it to Jess because I think I'm done.
Yeah. Okay. Same to me. For the term sheet side. So of course, I actually will hire. I actually pass to my mentor first. Okay. I actually got join some association like Stage. Okay. So they teach me how to see the entire term. Okay. Then after that, we'll pass to the lawyer also. Before that, I also look for a few VC lah to actually check the terms and condition. Okay, because this is my first time. Okay, so I will check all around. Is it having interest, non-interest, this and that? Is it prior to me? Is it how is it look like? So actually I will check lah a few. So then I found out, oh, okay, it's like that. So I then do a decision over there. So after that, there is a lot of the, of course, as just now Nicholas also got mentioned about the negotiations type. Okay, you still need to have to nego around not only the valuations, okay, the shares, the shares percentage on and others as well. Okay. So this is what I go through lah for the entire process. So but then would like to actually still very appreciate my VC, okay, my investor, because during the entire 1 year, not only guiding me, mentoring me, and actually can help me in terms of this operational paperwork. For example, there is so many agreement that actually need to then during the company. Oh my God. Okay, so for me, I think I got around 20 to 30 agreement. So I pay a lot to lawyer. So lawyer earn a lot, okay, during this stage. Okay. So yeah. So this is what I have lah during the entire process lah.
It's important lah because the investors want to
make it everything is to be it's everyone protectors and company, intercompany, all those lah. Yeah.
Your partners. Okay, got it. So what most of us here who are watching this, we are most likely we are first time lah, who never fundraised before. Many of us. What would be your advice for us? You know, let's say we want to start our fundraising journey, want to expand our business. What would be your encouragement or words of advice?
I will say keep trying and practice first. Join a lot of workshop, join a lot of acceleration program. Like me, blur in the first stage because no business background, no accounting background, medical background. Okay, what I also don't know. So just try it and learn it lah. I will say keep learning lah throughout the entire stage. So one day, because I also got stage fright seriously Okay, I got stage fright. Okay, I will have to pitch in front of so many people. Okay, I need to actually answer all the questions thrown by these judges. From there, then you do you have to throughout the process you have to think a lot and change your business model, pitch that. I think the entire 1 year my pitch that I changed around more than 20 times.
Wow.
More than 20 times. Okay, business model also changing, how to actually do a 7-minute pitch. Okay, so you need to keep practice, and you also need to practice 1-minute pitch, and so you need to design what you should speech. So this is what I entire 1 year lah. That yeah, so need to be practice. No, nothing to be maybe some of you is can be learn faster than me because I take so long actually. I take 1 year yeah, to learn everything. So yeah, now getting better and better, so I know what they want and know what should I do and what should I pitch. Then I will think that, oh, okay, maybe it's easier because practice make perfect. Okay, so yeah, the same question that I actually told you, I already have the answer. Okay, from previously, so I know how to solve the question already. So this is the along the journey lah. Yeah, that I can share. Yeah.
Very happy to see you grow too. I remember seeing you the first time, UKM, pitch perfect.
Yeah, blur.
Yeah.
That is I think my second or third round.
Wow. It worked, guys. Please take her advice, right? And join a lot of competition and try. What about you, Nicholas? Your advice for some of them?
I think the main thing is, of course, pitching is not something that you will get it over like overnight. Not all of us are great pitchers right off the bat, right? Where got in uni time your lecturers tell you or your tutors tell you, oh, go and talk about this whole thing in and out. You just do it, then you forget, ma. But at this day and age, if you do go onto this entrepreneurship journey, the main thing is you need to know your business in and out. In, like, for example, in Justin say, in 1 minute, can you explain about your business? Technically, you can. It's just how, right? How I do it is I write it down, or I just throw a slide deck and then see, okay, can I summarize everything in just 1 minute? So in my experience pitching, I went for elevator pitch, could be 30 seconds to 1 minute. 90-second pitch, which is like a creative young entrepreneur in Asia Pacific and World Congress. 3-minute pitch, which is quite standard in normal situation. 5 minutes, usual case for tech companies is always 5 minutes. Then we go from there to, can be up to 15, depending on what type of interest you get from whoever the investor is. Because sometimes you need to leave out all the details. You don't need to say everything. The main thing about pitching, right, is just to get them, to hook them and say, okay, I want to arrange another meeting with you. You get that, that means you're already successful already.
Yeah.
You don't need to go to like, wow, my deck need to be full of things. No, not necessarily. How I do it is, of course, my pitch deck is also like Jaslyn, we go through again and again, amend, because we want to make it easy to see, easy to read, and easy to explain, right? Because what you see and what I say needs to support each other, right?
Yeah.
So that needs to happen. On another side is, what I usually do is my slides are usually within 10 to 15, lesser if it's less time. My 3 minutes pitch is close, it's only 6 slides because there's too much to say, but you need to summarize it all. It's only 6 slides. And if that 6 slides can already describe to the investor what is your company, how big the market is, what problem it solves, who is your team, how do you get there and get my returns on investment, it is already great enough. Anything extra, you can throw it into appendix. I always tell a lot of the juniors, my juniors who are just starting out, throw it into appendix. Why you are so scared? If someone asks you a question right then you just flip, okay, I'm prepared. I answer you with slide. Simple ma. Shows that you are prepared. Because some questions like VCs or investors, they ask you once, 2, 3 times, 4 times, oh, confirm one. Every other investor will ask the same thing during pitching competition. So you just throw it into the bag and then expect them to ask you. So all in all, going to competition is great, but also make sure that you know that there is a limit to it. You need to still work on your business in the end. It is not about going into competitions. So focus on that. Competition secondary, because the faster you grow, you don't even need to go into competitions. The investor will come find you.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay, thank you very much for your advice and your sharing tonight. It's really helpful for first-time founders. If some of you realize that you don't understand some of the words, it's okay, it's normal. Just exactly like Jaslyn said, the more you join, the more questions they ask you. 1 year later, you will know what they want to ask you. 1 year later, you understand. Okay. So with that, I think I will pass it back to the MC. Then later we take a group photo. Okay, so y'all don't go first. Don't go anywhere first.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
Yes. Thank you so much once again, Jaslyn and Nicholas. So definitely now, since both of you are here, I would like to invite our organizing chairperson, Eugene, to come forward to present the certificates of appreciation to Jaslyn first, and definitely witnessed by our JCI National President, Bruce Ban. So let's get the IT to help me to pin on this page. Okay. Yes, thank you, Han Xiang, the certification of appreciation. It's okay, it's fine. Yeah, we still got some time. So, and at the same time, all of us just get ready, because after this certification, we are going to get everyone to take group photo. So if you want to dress up now. If you want to make up, you make up now. Okay, so 韩香你可以 pin 我们的 OC， 还有我们的 Let's pin our organizing chairperson as well as President Bruce Ban. Yes, and also our speaker. Yes, first let's welcome and thank you once again, Nicholas Yap from Pocket. Thank you so much, Nicholas. You make the thing sounds very easy, okay, but but definitely you have been through a lot. Okay, I believe whoever want to know more, they can ask you from there. Okay, so
MC, sorry, can you help to pin as well for the one that I'm sharing at the moment?
Okay, so I have to pin, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay, let me see whether I'm able to do that. Okay, one more. Okay, did I made it with 3 of them?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Han Xiang, do you able to do the capturing?
Sorry, I think maybe your side can do the capturing. It's okay.
Okay, wait.
Thank you.
Okay, let's get ready. 3, 2, 1. Smile for 5 seconds. Okay, so next up, let me invite the next speaker, which is Jaslyn. Yes, So this one, Jaslyn,
Thank you,
definitely
thank you.
just now the sharing after doing that for the past 1 year, you can see that all this is definitely need to come with experience. Experience. Let me do the pin for Jaslyn.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, so let me find out Jaslyn. Okay, once again, ladies and gentlemen, on the screen, smile for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so one more, ladies and gentlemen, that I would like to get everyone right to, let me remove the spotlight so I can see everyone. So everyone put up your big smile. Yes, yes, as big as Gwen. Yeah, you see how big is Gwen once? Then I can notice. So everyone, so that I do the screenshot together. This round you need to hold for 1 minute. Because a lot of participants. 1, 2, 3, screenshot 1. Okay, one more time. 1, 2. If someone is not smiling. 1, 2, 3. Okay, one more page. All right, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so every face I have captured. And don't go away, ladies and gentlemen. Doesn't mean that both of them stop speaking, means that we ended up. We still have the part 2. We still have the part 2. But definitely now I need to recognize some of our VIP in the room. Definitely, just now I have mentioned our president, Bruce Bunn, is together with us tonight. Okay, hi Bruce. Okay, and of course, hello. And of course, we have our NEVP JCI Senator Steve Young, our MVP Jasper Ngai, our MVP Derek, MVP Yan Lee, MVP Zoe Tang, MVP Jordan Bong. Thank you so much to be with us this evening. And also the local president from JCI Entrepreneur, Nicholas Yao, JCI Sungai Petani, local president Duncan Tan. All right. So before we go for a short break, ladies and gentlemen, what I need you to do is, because just now you did hear from them that you need a lot of practice. You need a lot of practice. Okay, you need to have a 1 minute pitch. You need to have a 3 minute pitch. You need to have a 7 minute pitch. So how to make this happen? Practice make perfect. And there is a practice slot. If you want to have this practice pitch slot, please reach out to Cynthia, reach out to Eugene and tell them, hey, I want the slot. Limited slot, better ask for them fast. 手快有手慢冇㗎啦. If you understand Cantonese, advantage for you. If you don't, congratulations. So, ladies and gentlemen, now we will go for a short 5 minutes break. After the 5 minutes, we will come back to the Zoom and we shall continue the session with Cynthia. So at the meantime, I will get Han Xiang to play again the video. While they go for the break. Thank you, Han Xiang, and thank you, everyone. I should see you guys again in 5 minutes. Thanks, Jaslyn. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm 2024 G7 Malaysia National Vice President Derek. Hereby I encourage you to join Business Supercharge Programme 3.0 hosted by JCI Malaysia so that you can brush up your pitching skill and do an eye-catching presentation to all the venture capitals company. See you in BSP 3.0.
Are you looking to bring your business to the next level? Well, look no further than the Business Supercharge Programme, or I call it BSP. It is an ultimate business event where we bring together prominent business owners for sharing sections, forums, and you will be able to have a networking opportunity with over hundreds of young entrepreneurs.
So I urge all the staff or the people who tend to bring the business to a higher level with supercharged energy, please join us at BSP 3.0. See you there.
The reason you need to join, you must join Business Supercharge Programme 3.0 is so that you can learn from real-life business owners.
I urge you to join BSP Business Supercharge Programme 3.0 on 11th of August. See you there. Business Supercharge Program is an awesome program. I remember I attended in the year and I really learned something, especially regarding business model, and I applied it in my business and it really helped me.
If you are interested in starting your own business or to build it or take it to the next level, I'll see you there.
Let's support BSP 3.0. Come together.
What are you waiting for? Support BSP 3.0. Come on!
BSP 3.0. I'm coming.
Support Business Supercharge Programme 3.0.
Support BSP 3.0. Let's go! Come!
Support Business Supercharge Programme 3.0. Let's go.
Let's support our Business Supercharge Program 3.0. See you in 11th August at Gamuda Core.
JCI is a platform where we develop enterprising leaders through entrepreneurship. That is why Business Supercharge Programme 3.0 is your best choice.
What are you waiting for? See you there!
Yes, what are you waiting for? See you there! Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our online pitching workshop. And once again, let me pass the floor to our trainer, Cynthia Chiam.
Okay, guys, now it's round two. Just now was the foundation in order to help you understand why I want to say certain things when it comes to preparing a pitch deck. Okay, actually, if you want to learn how to prepare a pitch deck, it's not hard lah. I believe that YouTube and all, they will teach you. But we have to understand the reason behind it, why we need this information, right? What is it that investors want to know? So, let's start. Okay, I will skip this first. The learning outcome. So for this module, you will be able to identify the anatomy of a good pitch deck, what makes it a good pitch deck, right? And organize important information and key points. Then prepare to meet potential funders or partners. What is the purpose of a pitch deck? Yeah, just now, Nicholas put it very accurately, right? The purpose of the pitch deck is to get an appointment with your potential investor or somebody who can open doors for you, right? It's to get an appointment. Don't expect that your pitch deck will be able to captivate them to immediately write you a check. There's no way, right? I don't know how long you will need to take to commit to buy a car or a house. It's the same as committing to making an investment. Investors take time to assess whether you're investable before they write you a check. So what I want to say is 5 minutes, 7 minutes, 10 minutes, there's no way they will write you a check if they only listen to you in that period of time, okay? So the objective is to get them to have an appointment with you. If you want to ask me, is it important for your pitch deck to be beautiful, very canggih? I will say no lah. It's not important. It is more important that whatever you want to pitch makes sense to them to be a good investable project or a good investable business. Okay. So 3 structures that makes a good pitch deck. These are the 3 structures. A good pitch will show that the product is desired, feasible, financially viable. Later, I will explain what this means, right? A pitch must show how you solve the pain of your target user, your capability your team, and yourself, and how you can potentially generate return of investment for your business, right? In between all this is you. So what does this mean? You heard of this business model canvas? I'm sure you have seen this, right? If you go to any business accelerator program, you will need to fill in the blank of this business model canvas, right? Okay, I'm assuming in this module, I'm assuming you know your business model canvas. I'm assuming you already kind of know how to fill in this blank, right? What should go inside your business model, right? So this part of your business model canvas is the desirability of your business, which means immediately they can say, wow, that is a great product. First, you want your investors to understand you have a great product, right? The next part of your business model is this. You want them to think that, hey, you are going to be huge. You are going to be like the next Grab, the next Tesla. I mean, BYD is bigger than Tesla, but BYD is very low profile before that, right? So that you want them to think that you have huge potential to grow. And this part, you want them to see that you have the best team to make it happen, right? So that's feasibility. So the composition of a pitch deck have all this in place. Number one, these 4 slides that talk about desirability. Later I will show you, yeah, don't worry. Then another 4 slides that talk about viability, and then another 5 slides that talk about feasibility. If you have 3 minutes, then you have to think about which is more important to put in, right? Part 4 is really not so important. It is only important on demo days, right? If, example, a demo days means, pitching day means the day you ask for investment. This is important. Sometimes people ask, what do you do, that kind of thing. This may not be the most important, right? Because they want to see the potential of your business first. Okay, so what does it mean? Now we are going to break it down. We're going to break down pitch deck. What should go in? The first thing is your cover page, of course, right? Your cover page is the page that will receive the most airtime. That means this is the page that people will put on the screen. And when this is the time you go on stage and you do this thing called test, mic test. Can the person at the back of the room hear me? This is the time when people will read and look at your page and have enough time to judge you, right? So this is what I recommend you to do. Number one, make sure that the cover page has a one-liner to explain what you do. Yeah. So for example, Park It. If I'm a Park It business, I am what I do is I connect underutilized parking spots, or I commercialize underutilized parking spots. I help you make money for your underutilized parking spots, that kind of thing. One-liner so that people know what is your product. Okay, what is your product, what you do. So far, okay? Then this can be your second page, your problem or pain. What I'm showing you is it also depends on your flow, okay? This is just one of the flow. A pitch deck is your story. This can be in any sequence, right? It really depends how you want to tell your story, okay? So the second component that we highly recommend you to put in is the problem or pain. What is the problem that you are solving, and why is this important to the world and to you, right? Is it a real problem? Is this a problem that can make money? Is it the problem that people will pay you to solve? And why are you passionate about this problem? So just put 3 points if you can. It can be one big point. It can be 3 points, maximum 3 points if you ask me, right? So for example, in this case, what they are saying is the price is too high in hotels, and hotels, whenever you travel, you don't get to experience the culture. And then the third problem is there is no way that you can book a room with a local, or you can become a host. Therefore, Airbnb is here to solve this problem, right? So, if you remember when Jaslyn mentioned investors want to know what is the problem you solve, it will take you time, it will take you a few revisions to finally understand a problem that touches people's hearts, right? When you have a problem that touches people's hearts, that is when people will start to listen to you, okay? Solution, either it touch people's heart or a problem that really can make money lah, either way. Solution, this is when you propose what is your solution. Why is your solution better than the current solution, right? Why is your solution unique? Describe your solution. How will this increase the benefit of the user, reduce the pain, and get jobs done, right? This, we are just saying that you are making assumptions, right? That this solution will work out to solve the problem you have mentioned. So put down 3 solutions here. So in this case, this is a solution for Airbnb. And this is important. Not many pitch decks will have. If your pitches allow you to have time, please put this in. This is called validation factors. Validation factors means these are numbers that support your hypothesis that your target market exists. Hypothesis is like this. People like to make assumptions, right? Like they are, how to say, if I want to make sure that my baju business, let's say I sell batik. If I want to make sure that my batik business works, I have to make certain assumption that my target market will buy my batik. Okay. One of the assumptions I'm making is my product is for tourists visiting Malaysia. So therefore, I am going to assume that my products is something very similar to a souvenir that they will proudly wear or bring home. And it is sold at tourist spots only. So I'm making assumptions, right? So this part is when you are making assumptions and you're trying to find some numbers to back up your assumption. So for example, that before Airbnb was born, there's this thing called couchsurfing.com. Couchsurfing.com at that point in time has 660,000 users only in America. There was a Craigslist for temporary housing listing, right? Back in 2009 to 2016, 50,000 listings on Craigslist, and all this only in America. So what they're trying to say is, look, there is a potential for this market because there are people who are willing to list or rent out their couch or sofa or extra room for people who is willing to stay and have a local experience. So this is what market validation is about. When you are at the ideation stage, MVP stage, before product market fit, you need market validation factors. Okay, take note. Market size. Market size is when you try to explain how big is your market so that people can imagine, if I invest in your business, can your business grow beyond 32 million people in Malaysia, right? Or can it be a global business, regional business? So for those who never heard of this before, TAM means total addressable market. What Airbnb is putting here is the trips booked worldwide is 2 billion plus trips worldwide. But those that is budget and online is only 560 million. This is called serviceable available market. That means out of all the trips, they are not targeting luxury. They are only targeting people who are on budget. They want budget trips, backpackers, right? That kind of thing. And the trips that Airbnb hope to target is 84 million, which is share of market, SOM, okay, share of market. Share of market is something that you can obtain. Means today, why I put share of market is because today I get your funding. With that amount of money you give me, I can try to hit this 84 million market. I can try to get this target audience, target customers, okay? This location, this kind of consumer behavior. So far, okay? So this is where SOM comes in. So there's TAM, SAM, SOM. If you can articulate your TAM, SAM, SOM, at least investors will know how big is the potential of your market that you're trying to go after. And then they're trying to make sense with the next slide, go-to-market strategy, right? That's later. Product. So your product, you must describe what is your product. If your product is an app, please have some sort of video or demo so that we can see how your app works. If your product is food, let us taste your food, right? If your product is clothing, let us have a feel about your fabric, something like that. Or give us the experience of your product, right? Because your product is the underlying magic, is your secret sauce. Please take note. Usually people, when it comes to product, people will just put on a slide. Oh, this is my product, pictures, 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 right? Yes, pictures will paint 1,000 words, right? But prototype will paint 1,000,000 words. Yeah. Picture is worth 1,000 words. A prototype is worth 10,000 slides. You can say it that way. Prototype, demo, something like a sample. Then we talk about your business model, which is also known as revenue model. Business model is when they just want to know, how can you make money? How? In this case, we recommend you to do a simple calculation, right? A simple calculation so that we can imagine that this company will be able to make $2.1 billion revenue by 2021. Billion. How many companies can make $1 billion, right? So again, 84 million is your SOM. Yeah, so everything must link. After you show me your TAM, SAM, SOM, I want to know, okay, based on your SOM, how much can you make? Okay, so this is where a simple calculation is provided on the slides. Your go-to-market strategy. Go-to-market strategy means your marketing strategy. How will you get customers, right? From here, we will assess. Later, you will ask for funding. Your funding, you will put there amount of money to do marketing or the amount of money to get customers, right? We will use these slides to assess whether does it make sense. Your go-to-market strategy must also make sense with your SOM. Yeah, if you say your SOM has X amount of people inside there, okay, we will look at how are you going to get them as your customers. And from here, we will roughly know how much you will spend getting your customers. Okay, then the next part will be talking about your competitors and your competitive advantage. This slide is called a matrix, competition matrix slide. Matrix. This matrix is to highlight your strength and to immediately let your investors know who are the players, right? We want to know who are your players. A lot of people ask, oh, what if there's no players? I'm the only player. Okay lah, roughly, if you're the only player, who are your alternatives, right? If I don't drink coffee from you, where else can I go? I will still drink something, just that I don't drink coffee lah. So this is a competition matrix. I recommend you to put this. If you don't have this kind of matrix, you can put this type, right? Just list it down. What are your competitive advantages? You're first to market, your host incentive different from others. Others is just hotel, right? So from here, we want to know where is your blue ocean? How are you different from your competitors? So far, okay? Next, we want to know your financial projections. We want to know your financial projections and key metrics because we want to know what are the assumptions you're making that is telling me that you are profitable, that you can make money. Yeah. And we will tie it back to your go-to-market strategy. And then later, we will tie it back to the funding you ask. Right? The funding you ask must also make sense. From here, we want to know, what are you focused on? Are you focused on getting paid customers or getting more users? Times have changed, right? Those days, we wanted free users. So those become our projection or key metrics. But now, more and more investors want to know, where will you get revenue? When will you get revenue, right? So this is where your financial projections, key metrics, can be a table form. I prefer to be in a graphic form, graph, right? So that investors will be able to tell your trend, right? Your revenue trend, your expenses trend, and all that. So again, just like what Jaslyn mentioned, if you're not good at numbers, get somebody who is good at numbers, because they are the ones who will be mapping your financial projections, right? You can map your own, but your assumptions will be very basic lah if you map your own. Okay. Number 11, you need core team. Some of you may have 13 people in the team. No need to feature 13. Maximum feature 4. Okay? Feature 3, 4 is enough. The important phases behind the business that will make the business happen. We want to know, who are these people? What are their skill sets? What skills complement each other that makes a business happen, right? So for example, if you are in a tech team, let's say you're in a logistics tech team, and you don't, let's say there's nobody familiar with logistics, it is a red flag, right? It is something that investors will question. It is something that investors will lose confidence that your team can execute, because the keyword is execution. At the end of the day, they want to know, why is team the best executor? What are your relevant skills and experience? What have you done in the past? So, CTO is yes and no important. Yes and no, is it important? Is it not important? Nicholas has addressed that. But experience in the industry is more important than the tech guy. Yeah, take note. After that, if you have social proof, perfect. Please put it in, right? Who else is talking about you? What are your current achievements? What were the significant milestones? This is where being in JCI is very helpful, because the moment you learn how to do press conference, media launch, you just do one launch lah. Then you can put it on your page already, right? So either press release or testimonials. Either one you can put in. Okay, if you want to put both also can. So all these should be real lah. Okay, I'm assuming it's going to be real. It is really people who is giving comments, feedback, reviews about your product. And then you wrap up with your ask. What are you asking for? For this page, you will need a few things. You need to state how much you need, what results will be expected. Okay, after you give me $500,000, we are expecting $2 million revenue over 12 months. Right? Over 12 months. How long? What are the funds going to be used for? You need to break it down. If you have $500,000, what are the funds going to be used for? Like I say, marketing and sales, 33% here, right? And then I will tie it back to your go-to-market strategy and decide whether is this consistent or not. What are you willing to give? 10% of equity. So they're going to put it here. So far, okay? So summary. Desirability has 4 slides. These 4 factors. Viability, these 4 slides. and feasibilities, these 5 slides. This is a summary, okay? You can choose if you want to put number 13 on slide number 2, can or not? Can, no problem, right? If you want to put validation factors as slide number 2, can or not? Can, no problem. So long your story flows. If you want to put the ask in slide number 2, can or not? Can, no problem. So long your story flows, okay? So the ask, you will need all these things. You will need to tell them the results. You take 500,000, what results to expect, right? What can you give? How will you use the funds? Okay, any questions so far? I know it's getting late. Any questions so far for pitch deck? Yes, it is fast. If you want a PDF, I can pass it to you. Yes, it is fast because it is something that you can Google. What I'm showing you is these are the content that investors will look for. I have another one. I still have slides. Any questions before I move to pitching etiquette? Pitching etiquette is more on, when you pitch, then what should you do, right? So that's called pitching etiquette. That will be the last one. Okay, no questions. We move on. Pitching etiquette, the do's and don'ts. What makes a good pitch? Yeah. Okay. Want to put some answers in the chat so that I know you're still awake. I know it's almost 11 now. Don't worry, 5-10 more minutes. Just want to let you know some of this basic stuff before you start pitching to us for finale. Don't have? What makes a good pitch? Confidence. Thank you. Yeah, what makes a good pitch? People understand what you do, all right? People like what you do. Storytelling and speaking skill, promising return. Nice. Thank you. On ground story, can blow very well. Not really. Pitching is different from public speaking, right? Public speaking, you can be very persuasive, very charismatic. Wow, then you score for public speaking. But pitching is different, right? Pitching is more on people must understand. Yeah, must understand what you do. Yeah. You can draw a very big biscuit, then they will scrutinize whether all your points match or not. From slide 1 to the last slide, they will, in their head, they will know whether it match or you're just, having a big vision. They will roughly know. Yeah, it's also kind of drawing a big biscuit. But a good pitch, right, is when you can match everything. Yes, I'm drawing this big biscuit. We can go to the moon. We can go to Mars. And this is how we do it. And this is my plan. And I need $1 billion. So this is called pitching. This is called pitching. Okay. Got a clear and profitable roadmap or milestone. Yes, that's right. Yeah. Thank you, Martin. So I just want to tell you in life, right? When we pitch, there's no right or wrong. We must do this. We must say this. It's just that it really depends a lot of times whether the chemistry match with investors or not, right? Whether this investor match with you and understand what you're trying to say. They understand your product. They understand the potential. They understand. They get it that you are somebody I want to talk to. That is a good pitch. Okay. So observe some observation. Just my observation, not everybody's observation. So pitching is not public speaking, but pitching. Of course, when we pitch our products and our business, we are very passionate, confirm, right? But don't go into the shock sendiri mode. Shock sendiri mode means telling people how awesome we are so handsome, right? If you don't come in, it's such a waste. No need to do like that, because investors listen to on average lah, let's say 4 pitches per week, and then in a year they maybe listen to at least minimum they listen to 20-30 pitches. Some investors listen to 300 pitches or more. So when we pitch, we don't need to highlight so much about how awesome we are. We just need to tell them why we want to do this, why the problem we solve is so important, right? Eye contact is very important. Stay humble, learn to engage with your audience. Okay, speaking clearly is very important as well. Do not delve into the specifications. Okay, so for technical product founders in Malaysia, most of the time, the founders are product owner. Product owner means they create their own product, right? So for product owner, they are very passionate. They may go too deep into the technicals, the specifications of their product. For first timer meeting you, first time, right? Not you first time pitch. It's people meet you first time. Don't need to make sure that they really must know your product. You just need to make sure they know who you are. Why is this project or product important to you? What you have built, right? What you have built, what problem can you solve? Yeah. Focus more on what the product can do for the people or your target audience. Do not skip the important numbers. Important numbers are your traction. I put it here. Unit economics, milestones, financial forecast. Traction means how much have you done, right? How many customers have you had? How many partnerships have you had? How many downloads have you had? These are called traction. Every single thing that you do is called traction, right? Unit economics is your metrics. It also means a very typical unit economics means customer cost of acquisition. How much are you paying per customer, right? CLTV, customer long-term value. If your customer comes in, what is the long-term value? Then what is the ratio? Those are the unit economics. These are the things that usually people will, usually you can learn online, no problem. You just need to Google what is unit economics, okay? And they will give a good explanation for you. So learn to give more numbers because pitching is about numbers. We really want to know how far have you come? If today is 0, where are you now? Are you 0.5, right? Are you 1? Are you at 1? So they want to know that. And summary, pitching tips. This is my pitching tips for you. 1 key message per slide, maximum 2. Just now, whatever I show you is 1 key message per slide. 1 slide talk about 1 message. If you go to market strategy, you just very focused. This is how I'm getting customers, right? Number 2, the 4 Ps. Okay, 4 Ps is this. I'm going to say it. You will need to write it. The first P is your power. Okay, P is your presentation, right? Power. Power means volume. How loud are you? How soft are you? Every time you speak, there is a certain, certain meaning. Whether how loud, how soft, you will evoke a certain emotion, right? When you want to speak something important, maybe you want to speak it slowly. That is the second P, pace, P-A-C-E, pace. Pace is how fast, how slow. You can speak very fast or you can speak slowly, right? The third P is your pitch. How high is your pitch? How low is your pitch? Pitch is also very important. If you want to be seen as more credible, right, more mature, go for a lower pitch. A higher pitch will make you sound more kiddish. And the 4th P is pause. Learning when to pause. Because pausing will give time for your listener to digest and to be able to absorb while you do your slide transition. Okay? Because your different slides, different message, so that is where the pause comes in. So 4 Ps. Power, pace, pitch, pause. Prepare, rehearse. You have to rehearse and get super ready. Rehearse because you need to be within time, especially when you're having competition. you're doing demo days, you have to be within time. And there are so many times that even during networking events, people give you a handshake. What will you say in that 3 minutes or less, right? So prepare, okay? Your pitch deck will never be the same. You don't have one pitch deck. You have multiple pitch deck. You have one pitch deck for 1 minute. No, sorry. You have one pitch deck for 3 minutes. You have one pitch deck for 5 minutes. Maybe you have another pitch deck for 7 minutes. So you have multiple pitch decks. Every time people give you a feedback, you will change your pitch deck or improve your pitch deck, right? And the fourth tip, be you. Just be you. Show enthusiasm, tell your story, show empathy. Okay, just be willing to learn. Be very open-minded, open heart, and tell your story. Why do you want to do this? This is how I see that the best way to engage with investors, okay, or engage with anybody. So gentle reminder, my last message for you, raising funds is not the toughest job. The toughest job is to multiply the funds you have raised. Can you imagine 1 year after you have raised funds, investors will be asking you, hey, how are you doing? How's my investment doing? 3 years later, 4 years later. So take note that every dollar that you take from someone will not stop the moment they write you a check. It is the beginning. It is the relationship between you and them from that day onwards, every occasion. So the toughest job is to multiply the funds you have raised. Okay, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. If not, that's all. Thank you very much. That's all from my sharing. Hope you have learned something tonight. Okay, MC, I'll pass it back to you since there's no question. You're welcome. Right, MC sudah hilang Uh-oh. Don't worry, he'll be back.
Yes,
Okay, here you go.
All right. So I see there's chat coming in. Let me see that there's any question. Okay. So definitely I believe that to be honest, ladies and gentlemen, today is also my first time to learn about pitching, Yeah, so I see that, wow, it's all about the figures, about the numbers, and the audience or the investor, they have the things that, and definitely today Cynthia gave us a very clear direction and also a clear details on how should we start on this. So definitely to start on this, we have to get the right person to listen to our practice pitch. So again, I want to advertise, if you want to do this practice, please look for Cynthia, look for Eugene. So they will have the slots, they will advise you accordingly from that. Okay, so without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, now we would like to pass the certificate to our trainer. I would like to once again invite our chairperson, Eugene, to be on screen, and also Cynthia to be on screen, together witnessed by our national president, Bruce Ban, to be on screen as well. Yes. Let me see. I think I need to Bruce spotlight. Okay, so I have managed everyone except let me. Okay, so let's take a photo for Cynthia and also Eugene as well as Pan first. Bruce Pan. Face on screen. 1, 2, 3. Okay, one more. 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you so much, Cynthia. Thank you so much for all your advice, all your sharing for this almost 2 hours. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, next up, let's give a big hand to welcome our JCI Malaysia President, Bruce, for the closing remarks.
Thank you, MC Wei Hao. I don't want to take any more of your time. It's it's already 11 p.m. right now. So for those of you who are still in this room, round of applause to every one of you, because you are an active learner and you stay active in this Zoom meeting to learn about bidding. And I want to say thank you to our OC, and also the speakers, especially Cynthia, Nicholas, and Jaslyn. Thank you so much for your wonderful insight. Last year I was in BSP, and it was a wonderful event that I attend that has actually helped me a lot in my career pathway. And during 2019, that was the first time I attended JCI Malaysia's pitching contest, and it had done a significant change in my business career and also my pathway in entrepreneurship. And I think it's very important for us to be part of this pitching contest, even though we are not born or naturally good with pitching. So thank you very much for every one of you who are here in this room with us today. I shall see you soon in the face-to-face physical events in 11 August. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Bruce. And ladies and gentlemen, last few things, So whatever that's going to show up later, please screenshot it. Yes, Business Supercharge Programme 3.0. The ticket price is 120 ringgit on 11 August, Sunday 10 to 5 and another KBS. So ladies and gentlemen, please screenshot this, buy this, register this, then you will able to witness the pitching, and all our panel speakers will be Jean Tan, same time, Christine Tan, and Richard Kerr. So don't miss this opportunity. Screenshot, and then after that, look out for Leon Tong and Eugene Teo for this Business Supercharge Programme 3.0 on 11th August. So I believe that's all for today. Han Xiang, do we still have anything? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for today. And before you go, can say goodbye to me. And yes, Eugene did say there's more pro tips to come out, and definitely tomorrow will be a second section. So see you guys again tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Good night,
Say
everyone.
bye.
Thank you so much.
晚安. Good night. See you guys again tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Hey.